Staying on the Hollywood Olympus is quite difficult. That's why it's pretty there are often actors and actresses who at some point in their career find themselves relatively high, but for a concise period. After that, they abruptly and almost completely vanish from large projects. You see them only on television or in the background in any good movie. Today, I'd like to think of an actress who sparkled in the late 90s, but could not stay at Olympus. Denise Richards' career in the second half of the 90s was rapidly gaining momentum, but everything changed abruptly at the beginning of the noughties. And the actress of the iconic and expensive films with wide distribution quickly left the movies of obscure categories and soap operas, in most of which she appeared in supporting roles. In the cinema, she came from modeling, and in the early 90s signed on for minor roles in various films and TV series. For example, you can see her in Loaded Weapon 1 or the TV series Married with Children. Her breakthrough also became a role in the sci-fi action movie Starship Trooper by Paul Verhoeven. The film ultimately failed at the worldwide box office, and many of the actors involved in its filming have not recovered from this failure. But Richards was luckier, although her role in the film was significantly reduced. From the movie, removed the love line associated with the heroine Richards. Despite the failure of the film, actress after the Starship Trooper received a huge number of offers. She even participated in the TV series Friends as a guest star. There are quite a few rumors about why there was such a meteoric rise in her career and how she made the right connections. But all these rumors, and most likely, she just got lucky. The next work was the movie Wild Things, a very famous thriller that later released several sequels that went straight to video. Richards was lucky in a lot of ways. The film had a very long pre-production period, and the start of filming was often postponed. In Richards' place could have been Tara Reid, but the project lost many actresses and actors because of all the postponements. Couldn't stay in the movie. Even Robert Downey Jr. role went to Matt Dillon, and Robert starred in Us Marshals, which would later be called the worst movie in Hollywood history. Female roles, as a result, were signed by Denise Richards and Neve Campbell. Above the actresses in those years is often teased. Because of these, the films went with jokes about how soon schoolchildren's roles began to take older men. According to the script of Wild Things, heroine Richards goes to high school, and at the time of filming, she was 27 years old. Everyone except Neve Campbell was affected by the explicit scenes. Kevin Bacon, who has a no nudity clause, said his full frontal nudity was accidental. He didn't think anyone would see his nether regions, mainly because he thought Matt Dillon was blocking the shot. The film's editor, Elena Maganini, convinced McNaughton to use that take. In 2015, Bacon shot a funny Free the Bacon sa, encouraging more male actors to do full frontal movie scenes. Denise Richards' only nude scene in a feature film. Years later, in 2004, after a series of failed movies and her career began to falter, she agreed to pose fully nude in Playboy just a few months after her first baby was born. The situation is similar to Sharon Stone in Basic Instinct, who also did not suspect anything and did not wear underwear well. When the camera was pointed at her, she forgot that and included all filmed. At the box office, Wild Things performed poorly, but success came after its release on video. Because of that, the studio sent several sequels out there. After Wild Things was considered a turning point in the actress' career, she got into the movie The World Is Not Enough. At the box office, the spy action film performed well. But the film dealt Richards a decisive blow to her career. She was subjected to the most substantial criticism of any actor or actress for her role who took part in the film. She is often even called the worst Bond girl in the franchise's history. Criticized her not only for her acting skills but also for her appearance. Although the actress herself argues that if she had been dressed in a movie somehow differently, then all would have been left disappointed. The authors have tried to explain that Richards in this movie references Lara Croft, the game, which just in those years was sold by huge circulations, but very few people cared, and Richards won the Golden Raspberry for Worst Supporting Actress. Following Bond at the box office failed another movie with Richards in one of the leading roles. Drop Dead Gorgeous was unlucky. This film was the debut for Amy Adams, J.C. King and Amanda Detmer. Despite the colorful cast, the film failed at the box office. With a budget of $15 million in cinemas, it managed to collect only $10 million. The actress again made a strange choice. Denise Richards was 29 years old when she portrayed the 17-year-old Becky Lehman. In 2001, the actress failed in 2 films at once, one of which the studio did not even begin to release at the US box office. The greatest chance for success was Valentine, but in those years, the teenage slasher was already beginning to bore the audience. And Valentine, in which Richards starring in it, failed at the box office, taking only $36 million from on a budget of $29 million. After the test screenings, the movie sent to the video was good advice. At that time, Charlie Sheen was little needed. The film with him in them failed one after the other, so the studio did not get the results they wanted. They decided not to take any chances, and the duo of Sheen and Richards went on to conquer video. In this film, the actors began dating and later married, which allowed Richards to act for a while longer in the films released in wide distribution. Not to forget, the actress helped Scary Movie 3, which starred Sheen. When 2006, she and Charlie broke up because Charlie was a drug addict, a drunk, and just an idiot. Richards pretty much disappeared from movie theaters completely. There have been some small attempts to break through, like Blonde and Blonder, but the audience score of 2 out of 10 didn't leave much of a chance. And on the budget of $12 million, the film took in just over $700,000 at the box office. She earned a lot of money appearing on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. For the 9th series of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, producers reportedly paid Denise an astounding $4 million to appear on the show as a regular cast member. The move made her one of the highest paid celebrities to appear on the show, just $1 million shy of what Nene Leakes supposedly makes on the Atlanta version. Denise Richards remains one busy actress. Her projects may not be on the same level as ones such as Starship Troopers, Wild Things, or even Blue Mountain State, but the projects keep coming her way. Miss Richards has even jumped into the superhero genre. It's called The Guardians of Justice, and the Netflix series finds Denise Richards playing Laura Lang. The series follows a number of superheroes who must face the evils in the world after their seemingly fearless leader takes his own life. The series is a strange blend of live action and animation that people either get or they don't. Miss Richards has also been seen recently in the TV series Paper Empire with Robert Davi. She will also be seen in the upcoming film, Wickensburg. One of the more interesting series Miss Richards is taking on is called Glow and Darkness. In it, she once again pairs with Jane Seymour in a series that combines famous historical figures, such as Richard the Lionheart, Francis of Assisi, Eleanor of Aquitaine. However, for her, albeit short-lived period of stardom, she could earn good money. And now, in this plan, all is well. She even manages to rent real estate Angelina Jolie, so that although a promising career and did not turn out because of what it was able to earn a comfortable old age.